What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Trent here. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the new movie F1. This movie is directed by Joseph Kosinski, best known for his work on Top Gun Maverick with Tom Cruise. It stars Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, Javier Bardem, and Kerry Condon. The basic plot of this movie is Brad Pitt plays Sonny Hayes, who comes out of retirement as a Formula One driver to come mentor and join the team for a younger, inexperienced Formula One driver played by Damien Idris. On paper, the basic outline of the story kind of falls in line with what we got from Top Gun Maverick. You have this dynamic between these two characters. One is the old, grizzled veteran of the sport versus the young, inexperienced newcomer. And so throughout the movie, you get to see these two characters learn to work together to be a better Formula One team. I think I should note that coming into this movie, I'm not a fan of Formula One at all. I don't really know anything about the sport. But even with my limited knowledge of Formula One and Formula One racing, they made the movie digestible enough where I was still able to more or less follow along with what was happening on screen. The story at its core is about this relationship between all these characters and not so much about the Formula race itself and all the specifics that come with that. In terms of performances, I thought this movie was really well done from top to bottom. Brad Pitt, Javier Bardem, Damon Idris, all those guys did really well. Kerry Condon does really good in this movie. The character interactions help lay this foundation of heart that cuts through everything, all the drama of the racetrack. And I genuinely felt very attached and rooting for a lot of these characters and hoping for their success throughout this underdog story. The direction of this movie was fantastic. From the very first opening scene, my heart rate spiked. The way that Kaczynski is able to capture those feelings of adrenaline and anxiousness and like those split time decisions on the racetrack, the way they cut between these wide shots of the cars versus the inside the cars creates these like very tense moments. From the very beginning of the movie to the very end of the movie, they're able to have that breakneck pace that you would expect from an F1 movie. And all of this great direction is further emphasized by the score by Hans Zimmer. But there are moments in this film where the soundtrack felt like that signature Hans Zimmer style. There were some parts of the score that straight up sounded like they could have belonged in Inception. And his score is such a literally a driving force for a lot of these scenes, and they build up that tension and anticipation as all these cars are racing to get that first place spot. The only legitimate criticism I have of the movie is the pacing felt a little off to me. And I think a part of that is because so many of the scenes in this movie are races. So you have this heart pounding, adrenaline pumping action, and then it all comes screeching to a halt when we cut to other scenes with other characters. And it's hard to transition smoothly between these moments and make it feel very natural. But that's not to say that the moments outside the races were bad. When it's the main ensemble cast interacting, I really enjoyed it. I love how those characters interact. There's just a couple scenes where it felt a little unnecessary, but they just were there to kind of add more drama into the film, so that just dragged down the pacing a little bit. This movie clocked in around 2.5 hours long. I thought there is a possibility that maybe if they shaved off like 5, 6 minutes, the pacing issues could be completely solved. But I'm not a professional, like I still very much enjoyed what I got out of this movie. For 98% of this movie, I really enjoyed it. It's just some of the story beats kind of dragged it back a little bit for me. So walking out of the theater, I gave F1 the movie a 4.5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. It's a nearly perfect movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought the racing scenes were great. I thought the characters were great. Character interactions were great. Cinematography, direction, story more or less was really good. The score was really good. The only thing that's keeping it down is there's just a little bit too much fat on the movie that drags down the pacing a little bit for me. I still thought it was a great time. It's probably going to be one of the best movies of this summer season. If you're going to watch this movie, you got to catch it in IMAX. The sound design is impeccable. My seat was vibrating every time I turned a corner or hit the brakes or punched the gas. So that brings me to the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to like this video, it helps out the channel. Subscribe for more movie reviews. Comment down below if you guys are planning to watch F1, and if you've seen it already, let me know your thoughts. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have yourselves a week. Bye.